You know, sometimes the smallest board games hit the hardest. Welcome back to the Board Game Sensei YouTube channel. I'm your boy Nick, and guys, today I got for you another video where we're going to be talking about small box board games, and sometimes the smallest board games hit the hardest. These are games you can throw in a bag. These are games you can set up in minutes, but still feel like a full-on battle across the table. So today I'm showing you my favorite small box two-player games that bring way more intensity than you expect. Let's get right into it. So first up we have here is Radlands, and this game is just pure tension from start to finish. It's a post-apocalyptic card battler where you're trying to destroy your opponent's camps before they destroy yours. And what makes this game stand out is the shared water system. Every single action in this game costs water. So every turn, you're always thinking, do I play a card? Do I use an ability? Or do I just save my resources for later? There's no wasted moves in this game. Every decision that you do in this game feels very critical, and that is why Radlands is one of my favorite two-player games to play, to pull out, to just have fun with. It's a very, very cool strategic game, and I think everybody should have this one in their collection. Now let's go on to my next one. So next we have the Star Wars The Deck Building game, and honestly, this game has no right being as good as it is, right? It's a deck builder where one player is the rebels and the other player is the empire, and you're fighting over control of the galaxy. The coolest part, though, about this game to me is the shared market. So the shared market row is really cool, where you have these cards. I believe it's 6 cards that you have out there, and you get to buy cards from your hand, using your hand to pull into your deck. And you're not just buying cards, you can actually destroy cards that your opponent wants, which adds a ton of interaction in this game. And it feels so thematic, it feels fast, and it's way more competitive than most deck builders that you would play. Truly, and when I say deck builders, I mean truly deck builders. That's all it is in the game, is your deck building, and it feels very, very competitive, and you feel like you're in a tug of war battle when it comes to the fourth. So let me ask you, is the force with you? Now we got Jekyll versus Hyde. This one really is all about psychological warfare, if you want to be honest. It's a trick-taking game where one player is trying to stay balanced and the other is trying to pull the game into chaos. So instead of both players wanting the same thing, you have completely different goals. That creates these really interesting moments when you're trying to read your opponent. Why did they play that card? It's simple, but it messes with your head in the best way. I love Jekyll versus Hyde, and I think you will too if you'll just give it a shot. So let's go to the third game. I said the third game, I meant the fourth game, right? Because I mean, I can't count. So as you guys know, I can't count. But this one is an underrated gem, and I absolutely love this game. And at 2 players, this is the greatest, one of the greatest two-player games I've ever played. Underrated gem, and that is Air, Land, and Sea Critters at War. This game is small, but it feels like a full-on war. You're battling across 3 theaters, air, land, and sea, trying to outplay your opponents with limited cards. But the genius part about this is you can retreat early to minimize the losses that you have in this game. So you're constantly deciding, do I stay in the fight or do I get out now? And it creates this awesome push and pull tension that keeps every round exciting and wanting you to play more and more and more and more and more. And let's just go to the last game. It wouldn't be a video of mine if I didn't mention at least one Lord of the Rings game in the video. And this one is such a good 2-player board game. This is one of those games that just feels tight. It feels like every decision you make matters. Everything is streamlined, but every move matters. Every single move you do matters. And it really determines, if you make one wrong move, it could be the turning point to whether you win the game or you lose the game. So you're battling for control, you're positioning and advantage in a way that feels very back and forth, like a real duel. And I will say that this is my way to play Seven Wonders Duel, because Lord of the Rings Duel for Middle Earth is so innovative. And for me, it was so innovative, and I love innovative games. And if you're a fan of the Lord of the Rings, the theme will just pull you in even more. And this is such a great two-player game that you don't want to miss. And it is so, so fantastic. So these are the games that I really love. Now, let's hear what my closing thoughts are on all of these games. So that is my current lineup as of right now. That is my current lineup of favorite small box two-player games. And honestly, I absolutely love these games, and loving games like this more and more lately, because it's something easy you can pull out, something quick you can get set up and put to the table, and you don't have to worry, right, about all these big setups of all these games that you have to just spend 15, 20 minutes to pull out and set up. But you have these small box games, they're fast, they're competitive, they're super easy to get to the table. But I know for sure that I'm missing some great ones. I know that I haven't even tried, and I have a whole bunch of two-player games on my shelf that I haven't even tried yet. And these are great to me. I know that some of these other ones are going to be really good as well, and I'm looking forward to trying some of the other ones. But that is my two-player game lineup, at least of this year so far. Like I said, there's so more that needs to be played, and so more that I'm going to get played. I'm just waiting on, I don't know what I'm waiting for, actually. I probably shouldn't wait. I probably should just go ahead and get them to the table. So drop in the comments your favorite two-player games. I'm always looking, right, to add more two-player games to the collection, because here's the truth of the matter, right? Two-player games are needed in the hobby. Why? Well, because not everybody has time to sit down and play a sprawling four-player, 3-hour game, when you can get a two-player game that plays in 30, 20, 15 maybe minutes, and it is still cool. And that just goes to show you that even small, quick games, and by the way, all these games are small, but they feel epic in scale when you get them out and playing. And look, if you like what you see, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification, or don't hit it at all. It's really up to you. I'm just glad you guys are watching videos, and I hope you guys are enjoying the content. Look, I've got a lot more coming. And I hope you guys enjoy. And guys, next time I come on here, you're going to get to see my wife's top 10 games of all time, and I'm super, super excited. Love you guys, and I'll see you guys on the next one.